with its amazing shot. It is a lightning attacker up against Lugia that is lightning weak. Usually you combine that with something like a choice belt to take a big one-hit knockout, hopefully.
Yep, took a look at both of these lists as they're going to be going off in the mirror match. We see the fist bump to get things underway. And, interesting note, Caleb really prepared for the meta with 2 canceling Cologne. Not going to be too useful in this matchup unless we see Manaphy in the active spot, but maybe that will lead to an advantage for Noah as he is starting things off going first.
Yeah, the original use for canceling Clone to negate that water veil from.
Yeah, we've run into
Manaphy.
a few other problematic cards along the way now, and I think Galarian Weezing and Aerodactyl definitely have made their presence known.
Ultra Ball to start things off for Noah here. Discards a Lugia V, but you already got 1 in play, and going first means usually you don't need to bench that second one. It's kind of a liability having those extra 2 prizes on the bench.
Yep, we've seen a couple players discuss how they feel about that, especially when you're going first. Do you want to have a second one? Sometimes in the matchup it makes a little sense, but I do like just going for this single one and then playing as many 1 prize attackers as you can, especially in this list for Noah, where we see an additional one featured that Snorlax is actually teched into the list. It's a story I got from James Hart that this is actually a card he's paying homage to his father with as his favorite Pokemon, and that story is completely false.
Yeah.
So
Work of fiction for sure.
It's like, oh, that's beautiful. He's like, yeah, that's not real, but just say it is.
Aurora Energy to end things off. Discarding that Archeops found off the Ultra Ball. Caleb's going to start the turn now with an Archeops discard of his own. And we're going to see the deck search here.
We've had some discussion about this strategy of looking through the deck. Obviously, you get a ton of information, but some people don't like seeing all the cards sorted.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of time if you're not quick with it here. But Caleb has been using its full effects. 11-1 here in this tournament. First seed coming into this round.
Just downloading as much information as possible. Use your notepad. Start to understand everything that's going on in your prize cards. And it is good to, in this match especially to know what's going on in the prizes, as prize cards do fly left and right. And when you are drawing into those, sometimes you're reliant on what you're going to find in the prize cards to help you close out the match.
Especially in a deck like Lugia, you have all these special energies that help your moving pieces for your Pokemon attacks, and you're really reliant on those Aurora energies. So making sure those are in the deck is step number 1. Then you go powerful colorless energy, and then down the list. Choice is going to be that Lumineon V with Luminous Sign being able to grab a supporter from the deck. It's going to opt for the Marnie here, so good little hand disruption, although Noah has 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, you see your opponent play the Ultra Ball, and they are very comfortable with just Lugia V pass, and usually that means they've got a little something going on in the hand. So, understandably so, Caleb gonna try some disruption of their own. Would be nice to see at least a Lugia before this happens. We'll see if the rest of the hand has anything to say about that, but if not, Marnie has a lot of work to do on 5 cards.
Listen, if you're going for the Lumineon V Marnie, you have to have that Lugia in hand. Or not. All right.
Oh, Jeremy.
This Marnie's putting in a ton of work here.
Oh,
quick ball
thankfully,
found,
double quick ball. Yeah, that could have been
I was
bad.
very scared for a second.
Well, especially in this matchup alone, where a lot of players feel like you need to have both Lugia down on turn 2. I guess you can feel a little comfortable knowing that you disrupted your opponent's hands. I'm not sure if that card off the table is an Archeops in the discard pile, but that's good information to have too. And
yeah, there's 1 Archeops in the discard for both players.
Well, this could be a little dangerous if we only see the single Lugia, but honestly, at this point, you need to keep some cards in the hand. I don't know if you can afford to play double quick ball.
It's such an awkward hand too. Yeah, because you kind of want to keep all those cards.
And then the Aurora energy would make you discard even more. So Caleb says, you know what, I got to just throw this away. I'm going to lose a valuable resource, but that's fine. Even throwing away the Lugia V-Star, trying to get another Lugia down.
Caleb is on 3 V-Star compared to the 2 that we've seen popularized a lot in most of these lists. So you kind of can afford to discard that extra one, but it's still, you hate to see it.
Yep, we've had some discussions about that over the years, or well, over the year, I guess. And sure enough, it's been a big talking point, especially when you see one in the prize cards. You lose one early because there's so many ways to throw away cards in this game, and at least has that backup plan.
Action back on Noah now. Has the Rangaroo from the top of the deck, and that Lumineon V of his own will be able to search for a supporter and kind of break out of this hand. All right, at a certain point, every card is just going to be upside down.
Yeah,
like maybe it's just 4 or 5 cards. No, it was the Marnie that was put on the bottom.
I almost prefer Caleb's opening search to what that was. that was problematic.
Professor's research found off that luminous sign. We'll be able to get a fresh hand of 7 here. I don't believe I see an Archeops. We're going to see that Primate Wisdom put the Aurora energy back on top of the deck. Unfortunately, draws that Heat Fire.
Yeah, that's not the one that you're looking for, especially when you want to have the opportunity to use that amazing rare Evital at some point in time. It's usually a great answer to the Lugia V-Star that has the V-Guard energy on it in this matchup, but at least we see the Lugia V-Star itself. Is there a way to get another Archeops in the discard pile?
The Aurora energy being attached to the Lumineon V right now discards that Archeops. The only 2 Archeops in Noah Sawyer's deck, but was able to find it. Turn 2 for this Summoning Star.
And then, I guess you could say, unfortunately, at this point, the rest of the hand is just evolutions and way to find evolutions, and there aren't any. They're all prized, so Noah can't even thin out at this point.
I can grab a Lugia V-Star, maybe?
It's in the hand.
Oh, no.
He's just got two evolution instances that can't find anything, so just going to turn this into a Primal Turbo as this deck search went nowhere.
Hey, we like that saving time, you know. You already got the deck in hand. Might as well use that Primal Turbo, get those energies on that Lugia V-Star. Is going to have enough to take the knockout on the Raikou in the active spot. But Caleb's going to have a chance to respond, maybe try to take a knockout, but with that V-Guard energy on Lugia V-Star, has to put a little more work in.
Yep, only going to commit the 1 powerful energy. Could be a nod to the fact that eventually there are some other Pokemon. Oh, there we go. We're going to see the switch. You wonder sometimes if you think this Lugia will be able to go the distance, then of course you can attach some additional powerful energies there and then equip it with a few more to try to take the knockout on the Lugia V-Star. Even if it has that V-Guard energy, maybe you find your choice belt. So going to hold on to 2 of those as a backup plan. And here we go. It's Marnie time. Caleb needs some help.
And that is, Ultra Ball can find Lugia V-Star, but with only 1 Archeops in the discard, you're going to have to play this awkward game.
Well, I don't know how Noah's going to do without Summoning Star right now. Canceling Cologne shuts that down, but still takes the victory for Noah. That's going to be a quick game 1 there, as Caleb just really didn't get anything going, was reliant on the Marnie for setup, and it's not going to do it sometimes. Needed some disruption, and Noah found all the right pieces.
Yeah, when your opponent gets to Archeops turn 2, and at best you can discard all your resources to get 1, you're not going to win that game anyway. So good scoop from Caleb here. Save some time, just 9 minutes or 8 minutes into the round. Still have plenty of time for games 2 and 3 if possible.
Well, we will see how the rest of this rolls. Of course, going first in this mirror match is always so pivotal. Gives you that opportunity to play with just that 1 Lugia, go for all of those single prize Pokemon, and we could see a completely different game. It was a little bit awkward for both players seeing all of those colored special energies early on, but we didn't even get to the mid game or late game to see what would have happened from those, so I guess no harm, no foul there.
The way these lists are built too, Noah's is more of the normal Lugia that we've seen throughout. The only thing, like you said, was that Snorlax. Other than that, Irida and Escape Rope, we've seen before. It's kind of been a commonplace now. You're able to fetch that Manaphy or Lumineon V, and then that one of Choice Belt or Escape Rope when you need it.
Whoa. Okay, I saw the Heat and the Aurora for Caleb, and I'm like, that's not good. And then Noah just trumps that and throws the Speed Lightning in there as well. We see the double turbo on the other side. Yeah, this is...
Raikou for Caleb, but Dunsparce for Noah.
These are a lot of good cards. I guess those counteract each other, but yeah, a lot of the special energies that could help out in that mid stage not going to be around. Caleb's going to get the early news.
Now, with the Ultra Ball, does discard an Archeops, so Step 1 is complete. You need to get another Archeops in the discard. Next turn, you can get that V-Star out.
And this hand has to be good. You're throwing away Quick Ball
Yeah.
with the Ultra Ball. That means even if you were able to search out the Archeops here, that was a way to discard it. You know the rest of the hand has something to roll. Should definitely be double Archeops in the discard pile this turn. Easily looking at a supporter for next turn, too.
And there is the news for some of those energies. You're going to be down 3, but it's going to be 2 pretty important ones, that Aurora energy and that double turbo energy.
Yep, the double turbo can definitely be tricky. Sometimes you see that on the early Lugia if you don't want to commit the powerful energies there. You just want to start taking knockouts on the other Lugia V if you get to go to that aggressive start. And then you see the Evital there. That's another one that loves the double turbo, but it's going to get in there early now with the Aurora energy to discard the Archeops.
Double Archeops discard with Ultra Ball from Noah to start the turn. Doesn't even want to wait for Caleb to finish shuffling, and we got a pretty good start here, at least as it seems for Noah. This is what you want. 2 Archeops in the discard, turn 1. Now you just need a couple Lugia to survive through the turn.
Yeah, it's seeing the one prize Pokemon in the active spot makes you feel fairly comfortable because your opponent's going to need to use their supporter for the turn to bring up one of those Lugias. Problem is, of course, you're going to have multiple Vs down in play. This Lumineon looks like it's going to have to be a prominent factor as well to find the supporter for the turn. So plenty of Vs on the side for Noah. It's going to be important to watch how these Pokemon interact, as you're likely going to see early awkward turn at some point. Try to remove the Vs from play so that Caleb doesn't steal early prize cards.
Now Lumineon V finds that Professor's Research. This is shades of the play that Caleb made last game. Not going for that Lugia V, but wow.
Whoa!
Primate Wisdom finds the Lugia V off the top, and Noah put the V-Star on the top of the deck, so now drawing into it with this Professor's Research.
Yep, no RIP just yet. Ringaroo has one last show, and that is perfection. Finds the Lugia V, hold the Lugia V-Star, and sure enough, there's an Ultra Ball here to go find the other Lugia V if you want to. I think I want to.
I'd want to too, but you also want to play that Evolution Incense maybe to thin out another Archeops?
You know, that's a solid strat, but who needs it?
Yeah,
Noah already has 2 in the discard, and not thinking about that right now.
I'm looking through the script, and like 5 minutes later, he's going to top deck an Archeops and wish it was something else.
All right, let's timestamp that 37:25. Okay, we'll be looking for it.
Passes the turn back, but you did what you need to. 2 Lugia V on the bench, 2 Archeops in the discard, V-Star in hand. Caleb, though, does have a Marnie.
Yeah, definitely not ideal for Caleb to have to play down the Amazing Rare Evital early on. It's a Pokemon that could get targeted, knocked out easily by that Lumineon V. You lose that big resource that could be a way to knock out the Lugia V-Star in the future. It's just you're telegraphing the play a little too early. Sometimes that's what you have to do. If this is the only way to get that Lugia V-Star rolling, then sure enough, that's how we're going to play this thing. Marnie, please, we need a good hand.
Oh, that is a good hand. All right, let's go. Evolution Incense, a couple of them found. Archeops found. Ultra Ball can discard all those to find Lugia V-Star as well.
There it is. Lugia V-Star played down. Summoning Star ready to roll. That means that Caleb will be striking first in this mirror match.
Now we'll be just taking a knockout on Ringaroo, but as we've seen time and time again, that one extra card from Primate Wisdom can matter so much.
Maybe it already did its job. That was a pretty good Primate Wisdom.
I don't know if Ringaroo's hit retirement age just yet.
We're getting close. AARP's calling.
You know, you don't need to be retired to be a member.
Whoa! You know, I am getting up there. I gotta start looking into that, I guess.
Powerful Colorless Energy and V-Guard Energy. The first choice is off that Primal Turbo. The second one's going to grab Capture Energy and that Speed Lightning, it looks like. Maybe another Capture Energy. Again, these are the energies that you don't really need late game. So they're your free energy you get to attach to Lugia V-Star, at least your first one.
Yet with the understanding that the Raikou is in the prize cards, maybe just going to take that risk. Yeah, well, if I do draw into it, then could be in a good spot to use that speed lightning. Sure enough, does find that as the first one, and we don't see a mana fee down just yet. So big opportunity for Caleb in the future if he can piece together the right cards. Could see amazing shot doing a lot of work.
Noah now starting the turn here, eyeing down a quick ball, discarding a capture energy. Also has Ultra Ball in hand.
It's going to be another fish, and that is just so many V Pokemon in play.
I think we're going to go full combo here. Quick ball for Lumineon. Lumineon's going to find the Irida. Irida's going to find the Choice Belt and Manaphy. And with the Summoning Star in hand, potentially, you can get both Archeops, get all the powerful colorless energies you need, plus that Choice Belt to negate that V-Guard energy, take the knockout.
That is just how we drew it up. So one of the, it's basically it's the only way you're going to work your way through that V-Guard energy unless you're going to use that amazing rare Evital. So that one of Choice Belts can come in clutch there.
Looking to maybe discard the Manaphy here with Ultra Ball, though, but we know Caleb just got Raikou from the prize cards. And with this discard of Manaphy, might signal, hey, now it's time to have some amazing shot going on.
That's it's going to be a tough discard, but obviously valuing that Radiant Charizard there in the hand. It's going to be the only card left after this combination of cards hits the table. But this is a huge knockout to stay in the match. Noah going to be going up in prize cards, and Caleb looking for that response. I guess the one benefit is that there's no Pokemon that's immediately knocked out by Amazing Shot on the bench.
Yeah, that is true. You're able to soften up one of those two prize Pokemon, though. And there we see all 4 powerful colorless energy. That is a powerful Lugia, and it's about to be able to do even a little more damage thanks to that Choice Belt.
Flex on him. Go ahead. Big knockout there. And going to find some additional resources. No supporter in the hand for Noah, and both Lumineon down means that this could be slowing down.
Now it's Caleb's decision of what you're actually going to attack, and you already have that Aurora energy on the Evital. Might as well power that up, take the knockout that's right in front of you.
Yep, makes sense to me. No reason to commit to that Raikou just yet. You've got a great knockout here in front of you. Problem, either one of these Pokemon would be knocked out by Lumineon V, but this is a prize exchange that you're more than happy to take. You're going to remove all these powerful energies from play. You don't have any V Pokemon committed to the board, and you're going to essentially even up the prize count here. Well, by the end of your opponent's turn, it'll be 3-3, and you'll have the advantage looking at a couple more V Pokemon.
Caleb's deciding between Ultra Ball or that second Primal Turbo. Decides for the Primal Turbo here. Just going to grab that double Turbo energy. Now that Evital is fully powered up, Amazing Destruction is only a matter of time. And I think Ultra Ball can find, looks like I'd down a Lugia V.
Yeah.
Discards that Raikou because you already used your Aurora energy. It's not going to have enough time to attack with both.
This is a bit of a risk, but understandably so. You know your opponent is going to go after that Amazing Rare Evital. This next turn, it just makes so much sense for them. They're going to be using that Lumineon to take the knockout, so this is an opportunity to bench this Lugia V, have that opportunity to evolve, and maybe those hit points will help you out in the later stages to stick around for an additional turn or so.
And honestly, both players' hands are kind of lackluster, and as I say that, Noah top decks a Marnie for the turn.
Yeah, that was the one worry that I had. When you have both Lumineon down, you're in a situation where you're going to have to commit to this as your attacker. You have to get this back into the deck so that you have a potential to draw into any supporters. And sure enough, does find that Marnie to help out.
I was really scared for a second because all I saw was the 2 double turbo energy in the deck, but the V-Guard energy flashed by and then the Speed Lightning in hand, plenty of energy to attack with this awkward turn for the knockout, because if a double turbo's attached to it, you're only doing 100.
Yeah, we've run into some situations where Pokemon weren't knocked out because of awkwardness earlier on the stream. That Radiant Charizard that refused to go away with a Heat Fire and a V-Guard. So don't want to run into any shenanigans there.
evolution incense, just searching the deck, making sure you have access to all the information possible, and now I think it's going to be a Primal Turbo after.
Yeah, Noah was eyeing it up just to see how many energies they had left. It's 4 left in the deck. A couple were double turbos, I believed. Obviously, Luminion going to shuffle in some of these Auroras and the colored special energies to help out, but you start counting the resources and how you're going to take this. You're going to need one of those Aurora energies for Luminion to chain together. If you use one on the Radiant Charizard, then you're looking at your prize cards for any other help for special energies.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about a pivot here as well, too, because you're going to be bringing up a Pokemon, but it's most likely going to get knocked out from Caleb's side of things. And if Caleb doesn't knock it out, then you're pretty much going to win anyway.
Yep, so promote a Pokemon like this Snorlax, MVP. Don't have to worry about a Pokemon like Luminion V trying to take the knockout there. It doesn't work. It's an awkward Pokemon knockout. You'd have to see Caleb maybe commit some additional energies to, like that Archeops, use some of those powerful energies to take a knockout here, or just use this Lugia V or V-Star with the powerfuls to take a knockout, and doesn't feel great.
Yeah, and if you think about it, I'm not sure how much Aurora and the like Noah has available, but if you can't respond with an Amazing Destruction from Yveltal to take the knockout on Lugia, I think that's the only way.
Yeah, with I think Noah got some assistance from the prize cards there, but it was 2 Auroras that were shuffled in from the Luminion. So if there was help there, then there should be 3 available for the Amazing Destruction.
And that would be pretty big here. Noah also saving that V-Guard energy till the very last point, and it honestly probably makes the most sense on a card like Yveltal, just because V-Guard energy prevents that damage or the damage from Luminion V to take the knockout.
All right. Well, the powerfuls are committed. I was looking to see if Lugia V was going to get in on the action, but it will be the V-Star. Might as well have those additional hit points. Work in the Tempest dive for a big knockout here.
Now I know Caleb's last card in hand is a Boss's Orders. Yeah, Boss's Orders bring up that Lugia V-Star. Take the knockout, now going down to 1 prize card left. And I don't think there's much Noah can do here.
That is a comfortable position, you would have to think. A lot of energies committed there to pull off that play, but it is a huge knockout now. Noah not only would have to have the energy for retreating purposes to work in this amazing rare Yveltal, but then needs to have all the energies ready to go with the Archeops. I don't think it lines up with the Aurora energy in hand.
Yeah, Aurora energy in hand. Gonna have to Luminion here for Professor's Research.
Well, with the Aurora energy, you almost have to, I think you have to go for the Marnie and then shuffle it in and not draw into any of the special energies. So maybe you attach 2 of the Aurora energies from a Primal Turbo, and then you Marnie, put that other one back in, hope to draw into one of those non-colored energies, and then you can find your way to retreat the Luminion and get the rest attached to the Archeops, or from the Archeops.
And I got a glimpse at Caleb's hand. It is Heat, Fire, Energy, Radiant Charizard.
That is a really good way to close out. Woo!
As long as he has an energy in the deck, you can Primal Turbo. And Noah sees that when you play Lugia and play against enough Lugia, you know when the end game is near. Scoops it up. Now we have 25 minutes for this game 3.
Yep. I feel like there was a Marnie in there.
I feel like there was 2.
So there was an opportunity. Now, of course, Caleb would have to draw horribly off of that.
Well, even so, like, just, 3 energy in the deck, you can take a knockout with Archeops, but it would have to be the Snorlax that's active, so...
Well, it would be, you use the Amazing Destruction.
Yeah, so the Yveltal would be active, you take the knockout with Archeops,
and then you're you're staring at, if there's any energies available for the Archeops, you're just gone, and I think we saw that come in there as a easy way to close out, and now we're going to move into game number 3.
Both of these players are fighting for that top 8 spot here today in day 2. But with a win here, Caleb would lock it up, 36 match points.
That's astounding to have 2 additional rounds to go where everyone else is fighting for their tournament life, trying to get every one of those 3 match point matches to roll in their favor. And you just get to decide who's joining the top 8 with you.
Yeah, that's when you start picking the good matchups to put in the top 8.
Yep, and say, "Ooh, come along with me." It's the Andrew Hedrick story, I guess, as he's often been in that situation as of late.
Piper Lapine as well. Yeah, when you sit at the top of the mountain, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Well,
in the game of Pokemon.
I have not been there in a while.
Just always squeaking in like 7th, 8th seed.
Yeah, it doesn't come easy anymore, Jeremy.
Not like it was, what, 10 years ago?
Let's go 20. Well, let's see if these prize cards have anything to say about how this game will go for us. Nothing too bad on Noah's side. Caleb, that one Lugia V-Star and the one Luminion, but of course is playing the 3 copies of the Lugia V-Star, so hopefully that does not bother us too much.
Noah starts things off with a Lugia V and the active Evolution Incense for Archeops.
This is the worst hand I've ever seen.
Oh, God. Caleb?
Caleb is in trouble.
Hey, we started a Rangaroo,
That
all right?
is the
Primate
only
Wisdom.
saving grace. Needs to perform one final miracle.
I feel like we say that every time it's on screen.
Well, we're really hoping for it at this point. We need a game. Caleb would love to see the 36 match points, guarantee that top 8. No on the other side, desperate to get to 34 now, and has a great shot to do that. Going first in the mirror match, immediately searching out this Archeops. And there's another Archeops along with the Ultra Ball. Okay, I see you.
And the Ultra Ball can go find something like Luminion V because there's no supporter in the hand for Noah. Just has a bunch of Pokemon. And with this next turn, you'll be able to grab something like that Professor's Research and just have a glorious start.
Yep, just pass of the turn is all you need to do at this stage. You have the Evolution Incense. You already have the Lugia V-Star, it looks like. So big chillin' for Noah. Doesn't have to do anything. Desperate to see a good card is Caleb.
Marnie off the top. I think there was already a Marnie in hand, or was that a boss?
I thought it was
orders?
a boss and a bunch of special energies. So
it was. Wow. Okay.
Are we just going to see Evolution Incense thin? Oh, buddy.
Let me put this Lugia V-Star back on the bottom of my deck, maybe.
Yep, I need your younger brother. You're not going to help at this stage. And this might be a situation where you're just hoping to see the one Lugia V and try to stick around. I don't think you can get greedy and ask for 2 off the Marnie.
One important thing to note, Evolution Incense also does shuffle the deck, so you won't be drawing into that energy that was put back from Primate Wisdom.
Yeah, that is a great point. Says every card is going to matter at this stage. Needs a lot of help here.
Again, making sure what is in the prize cards. You want to play with as much information as you can.
Yep, we got plenty of time. We've already seen this now for the 3rd time, and we still have 21 minutes to go. It just speaks to how quick this mirror match rolls.
It will be interesting to see if he does grab something and maybe Aurora Energy, attach, discard the Archeops.
Yeah, there's an opportunity there to play that down.
But then you have an Aurora Energy on a Rangaroo.
I think you're supposed to wait because you're trying to find Capture Energy as an out too. But I don't have 33 match points, so we'll see.
You have 0.
We'll see what the strategy is.
You're undefeated, but also unfeated.
That's a good way to look at things.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
This is going to be a gigantic Marnie here from Caleb. Plays the Canceling Clone. Might as well. Aurora Energy, discard that Archeops. Marnie, 5 cards for Caleb here, and 4 for Noah. And important part, all those good cards that Noah had in hand going to the bottom of the deck, and wow, Capture Energy found off the 5 cards.
Thankfully, there's a quick ball, but The capture energy could have been the second Lugia V. If there's a boss's orders and a knockout on this Lugia, then I will take full credit for that incredible line of play.
Well, at least thankfully for Caleb, Noah doesn't have access to that Luminion V in hand. But does have that V-Star. Will be able to Summoning Star both the Archeops out.
Oh, this is terrifying if you're Caleb on the other side. You're just waiting to see if your opponent has it. Going to use the Archeops here.
We know he doesn't, but
yep. it could have been so bad. The game basically ends if the Lugia V is knocked out of that stage. And sure enough, now we see, is this going to be a knockout on the Oranguru if we saw the cards correctly?
Yeah, I believe it is just some energy and some Pokemon
like
yet again.
Pumpkin and stuff. Yeah, there's not much going on. So that is great news for Caleb. Just holding on to the 2 cards and really looking for some help here. Because there's not much left.
Yeah. You get the knockout and knock out the Oranguru, but that's pretty much it.
We definitely take these if you're Noah. This is a great situation to be in. You got the turn 2 Summoning Star, taking the knockouts, hoping to see some beneficial cards off the prizes here to keep things rolling. But you think of how many live top decks there are at this situation. Anything that can get you into the Luminion at this stage would feel incredible, as you know you'll be taking a great prize advantage.
Well, we found the boss's orders, but it was off the prize cards.
Woof.
I think they're questioning canceling Cologne, but it only happens on Caleb's turn. Does not shut off the Summoning Star.
Could you imagine? Oh, there's no reason to play the Aerodactyl anymore. Everyone just has 4 canceling Colognes. It just throws them down on all the opening turns.
We got another Marnie and a Prey here from Caleb. And this is actually very good for Noah. Just had nothing in hand. No V-Star.
You got to be kidding.
We just keep finding another way to get a supporter
for next turn.
There's
not even another Lugia.
I guess the boss's orders to the bottom, but I think I see an Ultra Ball. Or no, Irida in Noah's hand, so not an Ultra Ball.
Caleb's hand is the important one at this stage.
No. We already know it's doing nothing.
So bad. There's nothing there. You see that new art of the professor's research added to the hands, but Aurora Energy is going to throw away the Archeops, pass the turn away if Noah has a way to bring up that Lugia V. And this is going to be an incredible turn. A little thinning here with the Evolution Incense. The Oranguru's down. Are we going to see one more Oranguru for the win?
If it happens, it's going to be insane.
All right, everyone get ready to clip this. There are definitely a bunch of live outs here. Anything that can find the Quick Ball, Ultra Ball, Luminion, or just the boss's orders itself. We're even going to see one Primal Turbo to get an energy out of the way. And there's a huge opportunity here for Noah. He's thinking about all the outs. He says, should I just do a second Primal Turbo, or did I just throw a bunch of cards out of my deck? Okay, that's probably what happened. Let's just put those back in so I'm not cheating. Let's see if we can close things out here with the Primate Wisdom.
Putting a card back on top. Needs to find a way to get Luminion V or boss's orders.
No way!
Donna, Quick Ball off the top. Luminion V, Luminous Sign. Boss's orders, the only Lugia V on Caleb's side of the board.
Let's go.
I think honestly, or Serena. Okay, a little bit easier.
That's even better. You know, you can target this down, and you don't have to worry about that. Hold on to the boss's orders for later. Caleb says, "I think I lose."
Yeah.
Let's move on. Round 14 is calling our names as Noah is going to be at 34 match points with 2 rounds to go.
What a way to close it out as well. Oranguru once again showing it has the smarts.
Big time. The Wisdom coming in clutch there. 3 years of a bunch of miracles over and over and over. It doesn't make sense. But sure enough, here we are on the big stage, singing its praises.
Doesn't make sense, but it makes dollars, especially for these players trying to make it into top 8. And hopefully win this championship here today.
Well, I mean, you can't really feel bad for Caleb. He's still got 33 match points to go. 2 IDs, if they're available in these last 2 rounds, would be a way to do it.
It's scary, though. Honestly, with the tiebreakers, he should be pretty much locked in at 35. But last weekend, we saw, what, 2 35 points miss top 8?
Yeah, I think there's a couple less players at this event, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully that helps even out the bubble scenario. Of course, with natural ties and everything, that could be a problem. But with the way that Caleb started the event and the resistance going into it, I feel like just getting to 35 is going to be the strategy. It all just depends on who's left to play at this point, honestly, because Caleb has played against every single top player basically at the #1 table every single round, it feels like. So do you have players who are available who have 33 points who can play against you? I'm not sure.
Yeah, basically just playing down every round until top 8.
Like,
hope
well,
to
sorry,
have
I need
that
to
last win.
Yep.
And speaking of, Noah still has to do a little bit of work. 1 more win would guarantee.
The amount of work he needs to do is right tie. He's got 34 points.
Well, he needs to tie twice.
No, just I don't know why you guys are thinking 36 is magic. It's not. 35 should be fine, especially when you start 10, 11.